This already happened, in a city just like yours. Not slowly, not over millions of years, not in a rainforest, not in a place you will never visit. 92% of scientific studies confirmed it. 92%. That is not a trend, that is a conclusion. Urban environments are changing animal biology. The pressure is constant. The response is already underway. Scientists gave it a name: rapid contemporary evolution. The word rapid is doing real work in that phrase. The old model required thousands of generations, gradual change, geological time, a process invisible to any single human life. The new data says 10, sometimes 5. In small animals, 5 generations can pass in under a decade. 60 years ago, urban blackbirds across Europe stopped migrating. Their ancestors had made the same journey south every autumn for millions of years. Their beaks changed shape, their songs changed pitch, their breeding cycles shifted, all within the span of a human lifetime. They rewrote their biology to fit our cities. Nobody asked them to. Nobody noticed until it was already done. The animals winning are not the ones we expected. Not the protected ones, not the studied ones. Crows remember individual human faces for 17 years. A face seen once from a crow's eye is stored and shared across the group. They share that information with birds that never met you. The warning travels through generations. A crow born after the encounter already knows your face. It was taught before it could fly. Rats received a different education. Ours was not accidental. It was deliberate, sustained, and global. Cities poisoned them for decades, systematically. Coordinated campaigns across every major urban centre on Earth. In Perth, 80% now carry full poison resistance. In New York, the genetic mutations are already documented in published research. Directional selection. Every rat that couldn't adapt died. The poison was the filter. What reproduced was the ones the poison couldn't touch. Each generation, the resistance deepens. We designed the pressure. We did not design the response. Cities create pressure no natural environment can match. Not the Arctic, not the desert, not the deep ocean. The city is the most intense selective environment on the planet. Urban noise exceeds natural environments by 40 decibels. That is not background noise. That is a biological wall. Birds across 14 cities raise their vocal pitch to cut through it. The ones that didn't were outcompeted for mates. Their genes did not continue. Not learned behavior, genetic, passed to offspring. The city selected for the higher pitch and deleted the lower one. Artificial light extends the active day by 6 hours. 6 additional hours of predation risk, foraging opportunity, and reproductive signaling. Urban birds breed 3 weeks earlier than rural populations of the same species. 3 weeks is an enormous reproductive advantage, compounded across every generation. The gap widens every generation. The populations pull apart. Rural and urban birds of the same species are already producing offspring that do not preferentially mate with each other. Two populations, same species, diverging in real time. The process has a name: incipient speciation. The underground mosquito took 150 years. That is fast. For what is happening above ground, the timelines are shorter. The data already shows where this goes. This is not speculation. These are trajectories already in motion. Urban crow populations show measurable skull changes. The bones themselves have shifted. Larger brain cases, consistently, across 3 generations of urban birds, compared to rural populations in the same region. Urban coyote packs are forming fixed territories inside city limits, not passing through, not scavenging at the edge, living permanently inside the city boundary. They are no longer avoiding human areas. They are mapping them, learning street layouts, adjusting movement patterns to traffic cycles. Biologists now track 17 documented urban divergences, 17 species actively developing measurable biological differences between their urban and rural populations. 17 species actively splitting from their rural counterparts. In each case, the city is driving the divergence. In 100 years, those splits will be complete, not estimated, projected from current rates of change already measured in the field. Separate species, shaped entirely by the cities we built, with no natural habitat, with no name yet. We did not intend this. That is what makes it remarkable. Evolution has never had an engine like the modern city before. Extrapolate the current data 200 years forward, not as science fiction, as mathematics. Cities are not shrinking. They are expanding into every biome: forest edge, wetland, coastal habitat. The city boundary moves outward every year. 70% of Earth's population will live in cities by 2050. The urban biome is becoming the dominant habitat on this planet. The animals adapting now are selecting for that future. Every generation that survives inside the city is better fitted to the city that comes next. The ones that can't adapt are already falling behind. Not dying, retreating, losing ground, losing range. Crows, rats, coyotes, foxes, not adapting to our present. The city they are evolving for does not exist yet. They are adapting to a world we haven't built yet. Their biology is already ahead of our architecture. And they are doing it without asking permission, without a plan, without a goal. Pure selection, pure pressure, pure result. Homo sapiens took 200,000 years to reach this point, to build the cities, to cover the ground, to become the dominant pressure on every living system on Earth. Urban blackbirds diverged measurably in 60. Underground mosquitoes speciated in 150. We are not the fastest thing evolving in this city. We haven't been for some time. We are the pressure. They are the response. Every road we pave is a selection event. Every building we raise is a filter. Every pest control program is a selection event we designed. Every light we leave on through the night is reshaping the biology of everything living near it. Every city we expand is a laboratory we don't control. The experiment is running. We are not the scientists. We are the conditions. The question is not whether this continues. It has never been about whether. It continues whether we understand it or not. It continued before we had a name for it. Every species that thrived did one thing. Not the same thing, not the clever thing. One thing. It found the pressure, and it leaned into it. Not the animals we watched, not the ones we flew film crews to remote locations to document. The ones we ignored, the ones we called pests. The crow, the rat, the coyote, the underground mosquito, the urban fox, the city blackbird with the altered beak. They did not wait for conditions to improve. They did not need conditions to improve. They changed. That is the only strategy that has ever worked. In 200 years, a biologist will name what is coming. They will have a Latin binomial for it, a type specimen, a range map. New species, urban, shaped entirely by us, no longer like the animals that entered our cities, no longer like anything that existed before we built them. They are already here.